Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Libra, and it's for the month of June 2024. I apologize if there's any noise. There's still some construction in the neighborhood, and it's been very hard to film these videos without any interruptions. So let's hope for the best. And while I'm shuffling the cards, I would also like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that you can get some more of my videos in your suggestions. And I would also love to hear your feedback on what I'm doing here on this channel. So please leave me a comment if you feel like so. So let's see what we have for Libra for the month of June. Maybe, yeah. Okay. Let's start with Nut, the goddess, the Egyptian goddess, representing the firmament, the skies, the stars, the night dome, let's say. And the key word is mystery. Beautiful. Next we have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Cups. Interesting. The Fool and the Chariot. Okay. Then we have the Two of Wands, the Empress. Oh, sorry. This card wanted to come right away. The King of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Libra. Let's see. Origins, loss. Let me just focus that. Origins, loss, trial and error, warrior spirit, and survival. Power, magic, life, energy, and manifestation. Test, envy, fear, target, hard choices, and separation. And then we have travel, seasickness, being lost, disorientation, and release. Okay, so this month I'm doing things a little bit differently, and I am diving deeper into the mythology of these decks that I've chosen. And we have here the Mythic Tarot with the Western tradition, the Greek myth tradition, and then we have the Sacred India Tarot with the Indian tradition. So let me just dive a little deeper into these cards, and then we'll go from there. So first of all, I would really love to say that the first card, representing mystery, is actually a concept that is also very present in Virgo's reading. So if you feel like so, check it out, because I feel like something may be useful. This notion of uncovering a secret, or unlocking a mystery, or the doorway to a mystery. And it's funny that I have this tattoo today with the key. Maybe it's synchronistic in some way. Now, before I start unveiling a little bit the significance of the mythology behind each one of these cards, I would love to say that intuitively, I already feel like there's a powerful storyline here about that starts with this mystery, but it's also hinted here in the oracle cards, the Serpent and Jaguar oracle cards. I think that this storyline is heavily influenced by other people, although they are not really apparent here. I just feel the energy that whatever your decisions were that led to this situation here, uh, they were heavily influenced by others. And I feel like by others' opinions, by others' thoughts, by maybe even not such a positive influence, right? Like envy or other types of energy that might have influenced your decision making that led to this specific situation. Um, I feel like you are breaking that cycle of being under that influence, and that is the starting point of our whole reading. This Ten of Cups is representing the union of Psyche and Eros, and they are content, they are building their relationship, they are stable in that relationship, and it seems like it's something that is going to last forever and has this permanence, like this status quo, this it's something that we strive to achieve. Most of us strive to achieve in relationships, and it's an ideal, right? But then you have the Ten of Wands, which is representing it's Jason. I'm sorry. Jason has arrived at the beach with a wrecked ship, Argo, and the Golden Fleece is right there. Golden Fleece was his objective from the start. It was the treasure that he was supposed to find and win, but now he's burdened with so many like real world worries, so many of these concerns that clash with our passion and with our drive. So our creative endeavors, they all have this timeline, this natural cycle that they have to go through. And as soon as we understand or learn what we have to learn about a certain situation, we have to move on. So the challenge here to me is the moving on, because this month I feel like you are going to map out the way you are moving on, because I feel like you have kind of solved a mystery in yourself of why these people's opinions matter so much to your own endeavors. This to me is a little bit like too much world and too little self. What I mean by this is you have to do your own thing now. This is this reading is inspiring you to do your own thing. Why? Here you have Dionysus with the Fool card, and Dionysus is the twice born, is the hero of this journey, and is a symbol of the self, right? The Fool is the symbol of the self, and he is the son of Zeus with a mortal woman and a princess. And but then he I'm going to make this story a little bit short. He got killed, and he was born again in the underworld from Persephone, because he was transformed into pomegranate into a potion of pomegranate seeds, and that magical drink was fed to a maiden who was Persephone by Hades. So he was born again in the underworld. So it's like going into a different dimension, choosing to go willfully. It's something that you're just jumping with faith into, right? That's the Fool card. So then you have the Chariot, and the Chariot is represented by Aries, and here he is as a god of war, fighting spirit, let's say, and he has his two squires, which is Deimos, which represents fear, and Phobos, which represents terror. And this is a person of the battlefield. It's a very masculine energy and a very like driven, sure of himself, and imposing, and it's like there's an excitement again, because I feel like you are kind of trying to keep the passions alive, but really feeling like they are oppressing you. And suddenly there's this release, which is also in the mystery card, of letting go, right? Giving up. Here you see the goddess is giving up, is giving to God, is accepting her fate, is accepting of the sky, right? Of the mystery of the sky, of the unknown, like the Fool. So to me, this is like choosing this month to enter into this new life, because you have now unlocked a part of yourself that was closed off because you were too influenced by other people. They were powerful voices in your psyche, too powerful for you to hear, to listen to yourself. So that's the decision you're making this month and implementing. So now we're going to dive deeper into this second part of the reading with the Sacred India Tarot. Let me just dive a little deeper and focus and meditate a little bit on these cards. Okay, so starting with the Two of Wands, here we have a little snippet of the Ramayana. We see Hanuman and the army of Lord Rama. And so Ravana's army has this tough decision to make. And it's very easy to kind of overdo it, right? Or be unbalanced in this tough period, in this very like a sensible, it's a very sensitive decision that has to be considered wisely. But the trick here, and also with the Chariot close by, I would say that this is an advice for self-reliance, for being self-reliant, for trusting and knowing that this is the best option for you, and that maybe a little more patience is required in order to get the results that you want. Don't rush into a state of affairs and overdo it and just be very sure that this is the end, because here we have this feeling of like, okay, this has nowhere else to go. This is the end of this particular cycle. So I feel like you shouldn't make the same mistake, let's say, again. Although it's not like a serious mistake, I don't feel like it's like life ending or something very dramatic. No, I feel like if you make a mistake, it's okay. It's also part of the process, and to not be frustrated with that, with yourself even. So next we have Shri Lakshmi with the Empress and Agni with the King of Wands. And Agni is the Vedic god of fire. And to me, with the Empress here, it can mean two things. It can mean that you are discovering someone that is very charismatic, a very likable person, a little bit theatrical and dramatic, but nevertheless maybe even fatherly and warm person, a person who might be at the peak of their career, very charismatic, liked by others, very bold, funny person even, someone who can bring some joy in your life. Or you are finding it in yourself, because you have here you have the Chariot and you have the Two of Wands, with that advice to be self-reliant, trusting that God, the goddess, provides. And there's no goddess like Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the most abundant concept in femininity that I have ever encountered. So to me, it's inspiring you to understand and feel, and it's also very something very palpable. There's this need for practicality here, to me, with the Empress, of seeing the fruits of your labor, but also enjoying the fruits of your labor. So whenever you feel like you have achieved something, just celebrate it. Be grateful for it, because it will make you more in tune. It will kind of harmonize your being with this specific vibration and with this wisdom. So if you feel like you have to kind of feed this concept, try to do like a gratitude journal, to write something that makes you see your story, even trying to write your story exclusively from the positive side of things, and purposefully leave out the negative, in order for you to understand how much abundance you truly have in yourself and how much you have achieved already. So if this is a person, this is someone who is going to bring a lot of good luck and blessings in your life, because Lakshmi is also the goddess of good fortune. And I also feel like this is very artistic. If it's another person, it's a very artistic endeavor. It's a very artistic partnership. But if we go here to the Page of Lotuses and the Queen of Lotuses, we have another layer of this story that I really feel like confirms that this is a very artistic or love life related event. So with the Page of Lotuses, we have clearly a younger energy, this lively and talented. It's very attracting, fascinating, and it's very emotional. It can even be like flirtation or dream also. Dreaming of something that inspires you. It can also be that. There's this playful energy here. And Oh, I forgot to say that this card is represented by Aniruddha, the grandson of Krishna and son of Pradyumna, the archetypal dashing romantic hero. So this is really about something that inspires you tremendously. And because it's also reinforced here with the King of Wands, I feel like you are going to love this phase. And I feel like this is going to be maybe more towards the middle and end of the month, and even kind of seeping into July. There's also something that I feel like has this very passionate and almost there's this infatuation energy here, like falling in love for the first time, puppy love, because we have Dionysus, and Dionysus is also the god of ecstasy. And then we have the seasickness, and the card, the keyword is travel, but it's seasickness, being lost, disorientation, and release. And to me, this seasickness or mareación is also part of this magic of being in love, right? Of not seeing clearly, of not using your mind too much, of letting yourself go. But to me, it doesn't seem like a negative thing here, because I feel like this has to do with this magic of life, with this mystery that is maybe lacking, with this giving yourself some slack in order to feel things in a more loose way, in a more fluid way, in order for creativity, for love, for passion, for flirtation, for playfulness to get in your life. And I feel like you're going to let yourself live this a little bit more, allow yourself to live this a little bit more, and get out of this warrior state, like survival, loss state, because you are going to move yourself away from these trying times and from maybe even being the target of other people's envy, other people's opinions, other people's conceptions, stereotypes. I really feel like you're going to experiment. You're going to allow yourself to experiment. I would also love to focus here on the Queen of Lotuses, the Queen of Cups, because Rati, she is the wife of Kama, and she is an incarnation of Shakti, right? Activated Shakti. There's this sensuality, voluptuousness. She is the one that made Kama Sutra possible. And this desire, this sexual desire, this ignition that comes with her is also the drive to the spiritual fuel, the drive that allows for spiritual transformation, for healing. And it also calls for you, both of these cards call for you to use your intuitive powers and not be afraid to be guided by your intuition and by your insights, and to also consider that maybe other people don't have that insight, and that you should bestow upon others that gift. You should share that gift freely, because you have so much inside of you that has to come out, so much power, so much life, so much energy now. If you allow for that passion, if you are more self-reliant, if you don't care so much about other people's opinions, it will just emerge out of you so naturally. And it's just a manifestation of your natural powers, of a magic that is natural, it comes from nature. Truly, it comes from our biology, it comes from our capacity to receive, to be like an antenna, to vibrate, to sing, to dance, to express that vibration, that spiritual energy. So be inspired by that. And also, on a more practical note, I would try maybe artistic expressions, if that's not your thing already. Try things that you haven't tried before and experiment, either with materials or different artistic domains, such as dance, music, painting, or maybe even unconventional approaches to art, multidisciplinary, whatever is something that you haven't tried before. Like, I feel like there's this allowing that needs to happen. And from that will come a lot of inspiration and also gifts that you have to share. Wow, beautiful readings, so inspiring. Thank you so much for this. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I would love to hear your stories in the comment section below. So I hope to see you very soon. Bye.